Now on CoastTV News.
A tent village pops up off of Route 1. Who is there and why?
Not enough drivers. Ocean City needs more people behind the wheel of their buses to keep everybody moving.
Delmarva's drought persists. How much longer the coast will go without rain?
And speaking of that, we've gone 24 days without rain, and believe it or not, some projections are indicating we could go 2 more weeks without measurable precipitation.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
From the trees to the tents, one community making this lot on Route 1 their home. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with temporary housing on former Troop 7 site.
Here's exactly the spot we are referring to. This is near the Home Goods in Lewes, if you're familiar, just south of the 5 Points intersection. The Delaware State Police Troop 7 building was here. That was demolished back in June. The tents that have gone up there, they've caused a lot of conversation online. It's the first thing to come on that property since the old building was torn down. But as Coast TV's Emma Aiken shows us, just like the old building that stood there after the police moved out, it's being used to house the homeless for at least a few weeks.
A few dozen tents line this lot on Route 1, a temporary home for homeless individuals like Cody Blackwell.
I've been here since it started up, and it's been a really good experience so far.
Mike Agnew with Code Purple, the nonprofit that helps the homeless, helped move these people from the woods next door to these tents.
I remember we started this because of a sanitation issue, so we knew them living in the woods without trash facilities and without toilet facilities. It was becoming a health problem, right? That's when we contacted the state and said, look, we need to address this issue.
Taros is the name of this 45-day temporary tent village, and right now it can hold 28 tents for 14 men and 14 women.
Taros is a Greek word that means courage and determination. So I think it's a great name for this camp.
Agnew says each person has a permit to be here and that structure and rules are critical to the village.
But everyone will have a case manager in order to remain in the camp. And that's encouraging because we're not just, like I said, we're not just housing people or sheltering people, although that's important, particularly in the winter months. We're actually helping them to move along in their journey.
This tent village will be open until November 30th. After that, the people living here will move to a shelter. In Lewes, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Agnew says the tents are specifically on one edge of the property. That's because he says the space where the Troop 7 building was will be used by DelDOT in the future.
Another day without rain, another business affected. Matt Carter runs Quest Adventures. Usually during this time of year, he's busy setting up bonfires, but since a burn ban was ordered, things have slowed down for him.
It's the season of a lot of our locals trying to enjoy their time, and we've had to probably cancel about 5 to 10 fires since it's been in place.
Carter is still taking reservations for when that burn ban eventually lifts. And let's take a live look outside into the Lewes area. We're talking about the dry conditions. We're going to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, what can you tell us?
Well, we've been tracking the problem of the lack of rain here with all 3 of our meteorologists for quite some time, and we were projecting this a few weeks ago, and now it looks like we may have 2 more weeks, possibly. But there's been an interesting little wrinkle on the very last model that I ran just before we signed on. I'll get to that a little bit later. But right now, go to our helmet camera, ocean view, 70 degrees with the dew point temperature of 48. A dry atmosphere will drop to 59 under mostly clear skies. Now, we still have severe drought, Millsboro to Lewes to Bethany Beach, with at least moderate drought throughout the rest of the county. And this is a look at our 6 to 10 day outlook. So we're looking from the 26th to basically the 30th. We're still in the midst of a dry outlook, not only for Delmarva, but most of the Northeast in general, with such a dominant high pressure system in place. So our days without rain, really measurable rain, like, more than 1/10 of an inch or 1/100th of an inch of rain, has actually gone for over 24 days. The record is 34 days, and we could possibly reach that record. Now, I did mention there's a slight derivative happening in the atmosphere. I'm going to take a look at that in detail with this latest model. Until then, back to you, Charlie.
Well, and this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you most about this drought.
Let's take a look at the results so far. 55% say the fire risk, 26% say water supply, 14% say environment, 5% say economic impact. All good options there.
All good options, but if you want to have a say, if you want to be a part of this vote, go to CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
We are entering the final stretch of the 2024 election, neither campaign slowing down. Vice President Harris barnstorming blue wall states. Former President Trump campaigns in North Carolina and getting a first-hand look at damage caused by Hurricane Helene. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how the race will be a fight to the finish.
Presidential campaigns in overdrive. Former President Trump making 3 stops in North Carolina, including a visit to a community hit hard by Hurricane Helene. Trump expressing confidence in efforts to ensure those impacted still have their voices heard at the ballot box.
I mean, we're so impressed, and I think they have a pretty good system here. I have not heard any complaints about that.
Vice President Harris on a 3-state blitz, seeking to shore up Democratic support in blue wall states while reaching out to skeptical Republicans. Doubling down on her pledge to appoint a member of the GOP to her cabinet if elected.
We need to be able to have these good, intense debates about issues that are grounded in fact.
The stakes and voter enthusiasm are high as more states begin early voting.
Top of mind is the economy, very high. Everything's high.
I'm Catholic. I don't like abortions, but I don't believe they have the right to tell you what to do or not to do.
Candidates are feeling the pressure. Trump's attacks on the campaign trail going from aggressive to profane.
We can't stand you. You're a vice president.
Donald Trump should never again stand behind the seal of the president of the United States. He has not earned the right.
Both candidates have just 15 days to convince voters they're the right person for the job. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And the Harris campaign is touting third quarter fundraising numbers, pulling in nearly $222 million, far outpacing former President Trump's $63 million. Now, despite that wide margin and Harris outspending, that race again really does remain neck and neck.
Close to home, early voting kicking off on Delmarva in Delaware. You can hit the polls starting Saturday, October 25th, and that runs through November 3rd. Slightly different in Maryland. Friday, October 24th is the beginning, but it closes earlier on the 31st. And to find a polling place and other helpful resources before you cast your vote, visit CoastTV.com.
New today, the Supreme Court will not hear an appeal from one-time fixer for Donald Trump, Michael Cohen. Cohen sued Trump and several federal officials in 2021 for alleged retaliation after he promoted his tell-all book. Lower courts dismissed Cohen's lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, Cohen says he was taken back to jail after refusing to sign an agreement that would have prevented him from speaking with the media.
Closer to home now, if you've been checking your watch while waiting for a bus in Ocean City, a little of this, you're not alone. The OC Town Council debating new ways to hire more part-time bus drivers for next summer. According to town managers, the Ocean City area didn't have enough part-time drivers this year when you compare that to the year before. And they say the town is considering increasing pay, stepping up recruitment efforts, something one local hopes will work because he's noticed the difference.
I notice the longer waits now. I sit off and on. It could be anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes.
The town council hopes that by adding these incentives for part-time bus drivers, that there will be more for next summer.
In Lewes, plans for a new hybrid vessel for the Cape May Lewes ferry. That's moving forward this week. Officials are set to talk about the characteristics, construction, timetable, and cost, including that $20 million federal grant for a new vessel. The new boat will replace an over 40-year-old diesel engine ferry. This is happening Wednesday at 10 a.m.
A reminder for those in the Indian River School District, the district is still accepting donations for those that were impacted by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. Canned food, buckets, blankets, bandages, just a few of the items that are being accepted. Donations will be accepted at all district schools until Thursday. Still to come, a new pilot program at Dorchester County Schools is requiring students to lock their phones away.
And conditions are going from bad to worse as we desperately drying out even more this week. I'll have the latest on our drought situation.
First, if you're already planning your Christmas shopping, you're going to want to see this. We have a new shopping forecast for you up next.
Tacoma has a dominant legacy as America's favorite small pickup for almost 2 decades. Known for reliability and capability. Now buy a Tacoma with low 4.99 APR or lease an SR for $279 a month.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
It's the first day of battles for you newbies.
These lyrics are dope. I need that projected in the vocals.
This is really rough. I've already worn out 3 Kleenexes.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
He told me he's been seeing ghosts.
A haunted marine. How long have you been experiencing these visions? I have never seen anything like this.
Brilliant Minds, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
As a math teacher, Matt Meyer knows that Delaware's tax system isn't adding up. So he has a plan to fix it. Give middle-class families a tax cut, invest in schools, and lower costs. But Mike Ramone's plan gives tax breaks to the ultra-rich, which could cut education by nearly $175 million. Matt Meyer knows these numbers don't add up. He'll make state taxes fair so families can get ahead. Vote Matt Meyer for governor.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
I know we haven't even reached Halloween yet, but retailers expect holiday sales will hit a new record, though slower than last year.
Karen Kaifa shows us, as consumers continue to deal with these higher prices, what that means for holiday deals.
Retailers expect another holiday spending record, but sales will grow at a slower pace. The National Retail Federation says consumers will spend between $980 and $990 billion in November and December, with sales growth between 2.5 and 3.5%, slightly lower than last year's holiday growth of 3.9%. Catherine Cullen, Vice President of Industry and Consumer Insights for NRF, says growth is more in line with pre-pandemic numbers because consumers have other outlets for spending.
They're spending on travel, they're spending on dining out, as well as other services in their lives. And as a result, they're moderating their spending on goods. They're returning to how they used to spend on things like apparel, on home goods.
Other factors: lingering inflation fatigue, a shorter span between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, just 26 days. And NRF sees a potential impact from Hurricanes Helene and Milton. And the November presidential election also remains a wild card.
There's a lot of stressors out there, and we do see that consumers are turning to these moments of celebration to find joy, to find meaning.
Cullen says retailers expect deliberative consumers focused on value, so stores have already started sales and will roll out discounts and deals throughout the season. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
And for those looking to pick up some extra money during the holiday season, they're going to find the holiday job market a little bit tighter than last year, Charlie.
The National Retail Federation forecasting between 400 and 500,000 holiday hires this year. Many of those, though, already on board in October to support the holiday ramp-up.
And that's actually down from 509,000 last year.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. Listen, we're going to stay possibly challenging record highs on Tuesday, staying warm on Wednesday. Then we drop on Thursday. Now this right here between Wednesday and Thursday, there's where it gets a little interesting to maybe pick up a sprinkle, not a real rain, but possibly a sprinkle or two. Your full forecast coming up.
This is Dean Bennett of Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions. People ask me, how did bed bugs get into my home? Bed bugs can hitch a ride in your luggage or on your clothes. They can even be hidden in a piece of used furniture that you bring into your home. When you've seen one, it's already too late and the damage has begun. However they got there, we can eliminate them with our green and effective heat and treat system.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
The race to the top 50 sales drive continues at Preston Ford. We have nearly 1,000 new Fords on the lot, all priced to sell fast. We have nearly 400 SUVs on the lot and many opportunities to save. Get $9,000 off MSRP on select 2024 Ford Edge models. Check out the entire selection at PrestonFord.com. Purchase a Ford online and we'll deliver it to your driveway. But hurry in as the inventory moves fast during our race to the top 50 in the nation. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
My brothers and I were blessed with loving parents. They paid into Social Security and Medicare their entire lives. Now, some politicians in Washington want to take away the benefits seniors across Delaware have earned. I'm Sarah McBride. In the Senate, I help lower prescription drug costs. In Congress, my priority will be making it easier for people to pay their bills and afford to retire. I approve this message because Social Security is a promise after a lifetime of hard work.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. We are professional grade GMC.
Have you been putting off correcting your smile?
Consider Smiles Correct Clear Aligners from Tillman Orthodontics.
We'll reach out to your insurance for you.
And provide interest-free in-house financing.
I got free financing and made easy monthly payments.
Smiles Correct aligners are made right here at Tillman Orthodontics.
Unlike other clear aligners, at Tillman Orthodontics, the materials, the contours, and the treatment plans are fully customizable.
A customized plan just for me.
Did the sun come out, or is it my smile?
You can only get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics, so call today.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
When you consider the dry pattern we've had as of late, it's kind of like playing that old game, Where's Waldo, trying to find some rainfall in any one of the forecasting models. I found a blip of rain somewhere just for a half a second, and if it doesn't correct itself, I'll be able to show that to you here in a moment. But basically, we're dry and we're going to stay that way, folks, for possibly even 2 more weeks. Our Irish Eyes camera, that's a beautiful scene, but underneath all of that, of course, is just how parched our soil is at this present time. And we're dropping down to 61 degrees with mostly clear skies. Here's where the temperatures are right now. 82 in Redden, 79 Georgetown, 77 in Milton, as well as Salisbury, and 1 degree cooler than that for Seaford. Generally speaking, we like sunshine with winds coming out of the south, but this time around, we have had too much of a good thing, is the best way to describe it, with the winds out of the south. You see, our live radar stays clear, not only of rain, but even cloud cover has been hard to come by at this point. I widened the scope here, and I was keeping a close eye on this trough as it pulled through, but there's just no moisture for it to interact with, and we have a cold front that's headed in our direction, but I don't even think that's going to be our saving grace either. The bottom line here is we have a severe drought throughout the heart of Sussex County and at least moderate drought throughout the rest of Sussex County. Now that combination, combined with the fact that we have at the very least abnormally dry conditions for the entire peninsula, lets us know that we are in a pattern, that we are in a funk that we simply cannot get out of in that sense. Then I take a look at the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. These are our long range models, and gray is normal, light brown, then a darker brown than that. We're at least 2 degrees away from that, just kind of so you can see what this legend really means. And we're drier than normal. So that's where we are for the entire peninsula. So we've had the driest period ever, believe it or not. And here are the top 5 days, and I know it looks like a bunch of writing here, but the bottom line is we haven't seen it threaten these records, since 1965, 1965, 1995. So we could possibly be setting some things up because we've been tracking this in this area since 1945. We're on 24 days. The record is 34, and to be honest, between you and me, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. Don't be surprised if we crack 34 days or go beyond that. That's how dry we are. Take a look at our day part forecast. We're looking at dry conditions for tomorrow as well, with temperatures reaching near 80, and that's going to be close to record. I took a look at these models. Everybody's at 0. I took a look at this model. It's at 0. I'm even taking a look at our futurecast. Northern part, Tuesday, we're looking dismal. For Wednesday, we have a blip right here, okay? This is the anomaly. Selbyville, Ocean City, Fenwick Island at 3 o'clock. That's our best shot at rain. Then I took a detailed look at the most southern portion. And I'm really zeroing in on just microcosm of what we could possibly see. And that blip is going to be over Berlin at that same time period. Bottom line is clear skies for tonight, 47. 81 for tomorrow, possibly near record high. And then 78 on Wednesday, staying mild. And then finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. We drop off Wednesday going to Thursday. That drop-off time period is our best opportunity for maybe a little bit of condensation. But you know what, Maddie? We're begging for rain. Even if that were to happen, it would be a sprinkle for about, 5 minutes.
In regional news, a new pilot program at Dorchester County Schools is requiring students to lock up their cell phones. The students are required to put them in the numbered pouches you see here, but then they can carry that pouch with you or within their locker. Now, a teacher at North Dorchester Middle hopes things are going to go smoothly with this.
I think it's a good policy for the most part. I still feel we're going to have problems from the students that just are going to do what they want to do as it stands anyway. But the good kids will probably follow the rules like they always do.
And it's not just smartphones. Students are expected to lock their smart watches in those pouches as well.
For our Cambridge viewers, listen to this. State and city police investigating a deadly shooting that happened on Sunday night. They say it happened on Pine Street. 26-year-old Virgil Sims was found dead. Police looking for who did this.
New today, a skunk near Sharps Point Road in Salisbury has tested positive for rabies. That's according to the Wicomico County Health Department. The health department advises vaccinating your pets against rabies and, in the meantime, especially avoiding wild animals. Coming up, why frozen waffles across the country are being recalled. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. Get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber through October, extended just for you.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you an estimate that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Welcome to First State Chevrolet, your commercial truck headquarters on Route 113 in Georgetown.
We carry the full lineup of Chevrolet medium-duty trucks and low-cab Ford models. Our sales staff is professional and ready to earn your business.
Save up to $19,000 on this 2024 low-cab Ford dump body.
Save up to $16,000 on this medium-duty dump truck.
Stop in or find us on the web at firststatechevy.com.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Merlin's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house.
I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
We were just talking about it at break. Check your freezers because some frozen waffle products are being recalled because they could have listeria. Not good. The recalled products were produced by Treehouse Foods and sold under various brand names, including Food Lion, which we have many Food Lions here on Delmarva. According to the FDA, there have been no confirmed reports of illnesses yet. That's good, but if you have any of these waffles you see on your screen, throw them out, or if you feel like doing the extra work, return them to the store for a credit.
Staying in health news, a new study shows racial disparities exist when it comes to doctors prescribing pain medication to patients after surgery. Researchers at Johns Hopkins found black patients were about 74% more likely than white patients to receive opioid pills in their post-surgery recovery, and black patients were 29% less likely than white patients to receive a combination of 4 pain medicines. Tonight on Delmarva Sports Network, right now, it's the Bayside Conference Championship in boys soccer, followed by the girls championship at 9. It's the 1CW wrestling. And on DSN Plus, you can watch volleyball Stephen Decatur at Easton. Then at 5:30, catch Glasgow at Sussex Tech. Also in volleyball. CoastTV News at 5. We'll be right back.
Did you know that more than half the air you breathe originates from your crawl space? So keep your family safe with the Crawl Space Ninja system, the ultimate solution for all your crawl space needs. Crawl Space Ninja, working fast, clean, and precise to create a worry-free crawl space to keep your family healthy.
I voted for Larry Hogan when he ran for governor.
I did twice. But Larry Hogan for Senate? I can't do that.
Because Larry Hogan would give Republicans control of the Senate.
Republicans could pass a national abortion ban.
More tax cuts for big corporations.
Republicans would have the power to name justices to the Supreme Court.
I don't want Republicans to have control.
I voted for Larry Hogan before, but no way this time.
I'm Angela Also Brooks, and I approve this message.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
As a math teacher, Matt Meyer knows that Delaware's tax system isn't adding up. So he has a plan to fix it. Give middle-class families a tax cut, invest in schools, and lower costs. But Mike Ramone's plan gives tax breaks to the ultra-rich, which could cut education by nearly $175 million. Matt Meyer knows these numbers don't add up. He'll make state taxes fair so families can get ahead. Vote Matt Meyer for governor.
At Crawl Space Ninja, we take healthy to a higher level using chemical-free soda blasting method that removes mold without the use of any harsh chemicals. Completely safe, environmentally friendly. Crawl Space Ninja, working fast, clean, and precise to create a worry-free crawl space to keep your family healthy.
Bay Health camera in Dover, we're at 81 degrees, and we're going to drop to 60 with clear skies by 9 o'clock. By the way, our umbrella giveaway winner is actually Jamie Pyle of Lewes. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. We are looking very clear and staying that way. And don't forget, you can always enter our umbrella giveaway by going to CoastTVumbrella.com. Our weather line's available for you, just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your 10-day forecast.
All right, Paul, thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.